Hello, welcome to Having Tea with Marie. It's a tea conversation. Okay, that means we talk about anything. We're straightforward, it's raw, and it's real. I left off at the last taping the question: are you still reveling at 55 or 55 plus? The answer is yes, you're still reveling. Yes, you may have found yourself at this juncture of your life not really knowing where your future is going. You're middle age, and every time you think about you might want to get up and do something, you're stopped with that thought. I'm too old. I've lived my life. I should have capitalized on the opportunity when I was still young or younger. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, you can't start at a better time because you're mature, and if you have taken care of yourself, you look good. You have a chronological age of 55 plus, but biologically you may be 20 or 30, okay? It depends on you. But I'm here to tell you, Marie is here to tell you, 55 and plus, you're still relevant, and all you need to do is restore your resiliency. Yes. I'm not telling you this from a place of not knowing. I know because I had to live it myself. And that's how I came about doing this channel. So don't touch that down because I really have something I need to tell you. It's only going to take a few minutes of your time. So sit down and relax and have a cup of tea with me. Okay. So, like you, I found myself in my middle age having to decide, am I still relevant? Do I still have purpose? And see, the question come after many trials and tribulations. I, left a state in the city where I've lived most of my life, very familiar with everything. But something happened. What? That divorce came. So unexpectedly. Yes. You don't divorce when you're in your middle age. Oh, but it happens, okay? And the children are gone. Where are the children? Well, you raised them. You did a great job. You made them independent. Now they're out there living on their own. There are some beautiful grandchildren, maybe not. I don't know. But for me, there was. And you can't see them all the time, so they can fill all those gaps. So how did you find yourself here? Well, life happens. So the number one thing is you have to acknowledge that you are right where you are. Now, emotionally, you might be tied to a past that it just don't exist anymore. You may be dwelling in some very hurt feelings, disappointed, feeling betrayed and abandoned, all those awful feelings. And you find yourself here, and it's like, do I have to go to that nursing home or find me assisted living or maybe get in a senior citizen building? Well, guess what? You had a choice yesterday, you had a choice in your 20s, you had a choice in your 30s, you had a choice in your 40s, and at 55 plus, you still have a choice. As a matter of fact, you coming with a lot more tenacity than you think. You just got to stop allowing that mindset to weigh you down. You have to acknowledge, yes, I'm here 55 and plus, and I am just warming up. Yes, you're just warming up. So acknowledge that you're here. Acknowledge everything that is truth about your situation, okay? And then just sit back for a moment and think, well, I'm either going to stay stuck thinking that I no longer have a purpose, that it's too late for me, or I'm going to get up and I'm going to rediscover who I am, who I'm at this juncture of my life. So all that pain and stuff, do you have to overcome it? Yes. And so what are you going to do? Well, as for me, and I speak from experience, I'm not only speaking from a personal, but also professional. And I've taken this and I've made good use of it and applied a lot of the tenets of things that I've learned through my personal experience and my professional training, and have become a very, very good at what I do. And I'll tell you about that later. But the first step is to restore that relationship, most critical relationship, your relationship with God, your Creator, however you defined it, and hopefully is Christ, as is for me. 2, restore the relationship with yourself. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, how did I get here? And I realized that there were a lot of mistakes that I've made. They're really not mistakes, they were teachers. Because if you haven't done anything in this life, then you don't have to worry about making mistakes. But if you've done things, then of course there might be some mistakes. But a lot of successful people have made plenty of mistakes. And mistakes are teachers. So let's work on restoring a relationship. And then you have to restore yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that is the process to restoring your relationship with God and with yourself. And how do you do that? I'm going to tell you more about that, because think about this. We're threefold. We're body, mind, and spirit. And spirit is more prevalent than the body and the mind. Okay? Because if the spirit is broken, it's going to affect you physically and of course mentally. Okay? So there are steps. One, they say get right with God and do it now. Well, so you get right with God. You find out, how does that look? For me, prayer, meditation, affirmation, fasting, studying, finding the right sacred text. Physically, get into a fitness program. At least exercise 1 hour, hour and a half, 3 times a week. Nutrition, feed your body the food that will feed every organ in your body. There's brain food, there's liver food, there's kidney food, there's heart food. You find out what this is, do the research. Okay? And the biggest piece is being emotionally in bondage to the past, carrying displaced responsibility. Listen to me and listen to me very carefully. You deserve to be happy. We were created to experience happiness, joy, and peace. If you are not aligned with happiness, joy, and peace, then you have to fix it. I don't care who broke it. The first step, and this is going to be hard for most of you, you're going to have to forgive. You got to forgive the people who hurt you, whether they hurt you deliberately or unintentionally. You have to forgive them. And you have to forgive yourself for putting yourself in situations that led you to the place where you are today. Uncertain, undiscovered dreams, unfulfilled dreams you can't even remember, a purpose that you abandoned. Like for me, I wrote a book in 2009, and here it is, and I haven't really fully published it yet. It's in the process, because I'm now starting to evolve into me and asserting myself to my happiness and walking into my destiny. Okay, but following these steps. So that's what I'm going to give you to start, to just get on the path to restoring your resiliency at 55 plus. Remember, you're just warming up. Talk soon. Tea with Marie. Hashtag if you like this. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.